Hi, hi, he, the rotor men are we. Check off the sectors loud and strong. 1, 2. Anywhere you go, you are bound to know that your roadways keep rolling along. Keep 'em rolling! That your roadways keep rolling along.
It was in the middle 1950s that the automotive age began to die. The traffic engineers had long expected it. For years, they had watched our vast cities sprawl and spread out, spill over into the countryside, become more and more dependent on motor transportation. And then finally, the inevitable breaking point was reached. The growing flood of cars and buses and trucks began to swamp the streets and arterial highways. The building of roads could no longer keep pace. The superhighways, clogged, congested, became packed with cars stalled bumper to bumper. And the cities began to die of slow strangulation, for the traffic could no longer roll. And then the engineers took over. They banned the automobiles, tore up the superhighways, and in their place they built the rolling roads, mechanized roads that moved like huge conveyor belts, whirling along on their giant rotors at speeds ranging from 5 to 100 miles an hour, carrying the freight, the food, and the people from city to city and coast to coast. And no one worried over the fact that if the road should ever stop, our whole economic life would stop. For the machinery had never failed yet. But people forgot that machinery depends on men, the men who run it.
Who makes the roads roll? We do! That's right, the engineers. We're the brains of the road. And where would the public be if we didn't keep the roads rolling? Right behind the 8-ball, and everybody knows it. All right, then. We're the men who hold the power, and it's time we started using it. We've called this meeting of the Engineers Control Committee because that's what we want to do. Control. Because I'm tired of taking orders from the Transport Commission, from slick desk jockeys like Jim Gaines, who don't even know a rotor bearing from a field corn. Now let Gaines yammer about our duty to the public. That's a lot of eyewash. We've got the power, and we're the men that count. Now it's time we quit fiddling around and use a little direct action to get what we want.
Mr. Chairman! Mr. Chairman!
The chair recognizes Brother Harvey of the Transport Mechanics Union.
Thanks. Now, I don't rightly belong here since I'm no engineer. I'm just here to represent the workers' union. But I want to know what's all the shouting for. You engineers have got better working conditions than we have, and we ain't kicking. You say the engineers are powerful. You say you can tie up the roads. Well, so can any screwball with a jar of nitroglycerin. And he wouldn't need no engineer's degree to do it, neither.
Harvey, are you speaking for your union now, or are you here as a stooge for the Transport Commission?
Listen, Van Cleek, I helped found my union. I led the strike in 75 for decent working conditions. Where were you engineers then? With the finks!
Brother Harvey, remember, you're only a guest at this meeting. Go on, Van.
Now, listen, man. I'm one of the old engineers on the roads. You all are, worked up the hard way. We didn't go to the fancy technical institutes like those young punk cadet engineers the commission is training to take over our jobs unless we do something to stop them. Jim Gaines hasn't been able to fill us full of the old school spirit and that baloney about how the roads must roll. So all right, then. Why don't we get smart for a change? What would happen if the roads stopped rolling? Maybe the country would begin to realize that they can't do it without us. Maybe we'd begin to get the things we want. Who says the roads must roll?
Yes?
Your wife is calling, Mr. Gaines.
Put her on.
Jim, I want you to stop off on your way home.
I'm sorry, darling, I can't make it.
But you promised.
I know, but Washington called in. They're sending Evans, the Australian Minister of Transport, through my sector today. I've got to show him through personally.
Can't somebody else?
I'm chief supervisor. Wouldn't be courteous.
courtesy begins at home. I've planned this dinner for weeks.
Honey, the roads must roll.
Oh, if you quote that nauseating slogan at me again, I'll divorce you.
I can't help it, darling. I'll meet you at Stockton at 9 and we'll take in a show. Kiss Alan goodnight for me.
Well, all right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Mr. Evans is here.
Show him in. Well, good evening, Mr. Evans. I'm Gaines, chief engineer.
How do you do, Mr. Gaines? They told me at the embassy you'd be the man to see. I want to know how the roads work.
I think we can handle that.
Well, I'm not a technical man, Mr. Gaines. My field is sociology. So, suppose you tell me about the roads as if I were entirely ignorant.
Fine. It's nearly at dinner time. Suppose we run up to Stockton sector for dinner. It'll take us about an hour on the roads, and you can see them working.
Excellent.
If you'll excuse me a minute.
Certainly.
Hi, Chief. What can I do for you?
Dave, you're on evening watch, eh? Where's Van Cleek?
Going to some meeting.
I'm going up to Stockton for dinner. Anything to report?
No, sir. The roads are rolling.
Okay. Keep them rolling. All right, Mr. Evans, let's go. This is the low-speed strip. Ever ridden a conveyor before?
No.
It's quite simple. Remember to place the motion of the strip as you get on. There. We'll go right across. Each adjoining strip is a few miles an hour faster than the one next to it. Freight is carried on the 50-mile strip, most passenger traffic on the express strip. All right, now watch your step. There we are, the maximum speed.
100 miles an hour. It doesn't seem possible.
This trip makes the round trip San Diego to Reno in 12 hours. Ready to eat?
Well, is this the restaurant?
Jake's Steakhouse. Fastest meal on the road.
Is it really a proper restaurant?
One of the best. Shall we go in?
Hello, Mr. Gaines. We don't see you much out on the road.
Busy in the office, Jake.
Two? Right this way. What'll it be?
You order.
Well, how about a steak? 2 inches thick from a steer that died happy.
Fine. Plug me in the phone, will you?
There's one right next to you. Flank 2, rare.
You'll excuse me, Mr. Evans?
Certainly.
Davidson on watch.
This is the chief. I'm at Jake's Steakhouse. You can reach me at 10L66.
10L66, right.
Yeah. Now they can get hold of me in an emergency.
Oh? What kind of emergency could there be?
2, principally. Power failure on the rotors would bring the road to a standstill. That happened during rush hour. We'd have to evacuate millions of people from the road.
As many as that?
Easily. There are 12 million people dependent on this section of road. Gaines here.
Hello, Chief. Davidson. Just got the hourly reports in. Diego Circle, Bakerfield Sector, Stockton Sector, and Reno Circle all rolling.
Oh, you didn't have to bother me with the hourlies, Dave.
There's a supplementary from Sacramento.
Proceed.
Cadet Engineer Gunther, while on watch, was found playing cards with C.J. Ross, technician on duty.
Any damage?
One rotor running hot, but still synchronized. It was jacked down and replaced.
All right, have the paymaster give Ross his time and turn him over to civil authorities. Place Cadet Gunther under arrest and bring him to Rotown Central.
Yes, sir.
All right. Keep him rolling. I was saying there were 2 possibilities of danger. Can you visualize what would happen if the strip under us would break?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. You don't realize you're traveling at 100 miles an hour.
Well, it can't. Not now. The strip has a safety factor of over 12 to 1. It'd take a blowout of several miles of rotors and a failure of circuit breakers before the strip could part. But it happened once in the early days on the Philadelphia-Jersey City road. The strip wasn't much more than a conveyor belt. It buckled for miles, crushing passengers against the roof. Forward section in front of the brake spilled them down under into the rotors and rollers.
Oh. Was it very bad?
Over 3,000 people were killed in that break. But the roads had to go on. The entire economic system hangs on the roads. If they stopped now, the country would starve.
Well, isn't it possible that you've become too dependent on these roads? I mean, if your whole economy is geared to the function of one type of machinery...
The roads are foolproof now. The machinery is interlocked with an enormous safety factor.
Yes, but in the long run, machinery depends on men. What if you had a strike?
We had one back in 75. Well, there's not much danger of that anymore.
No? Well, why not?
Every cadet that goes to work on the roads today is a graduate of the United States Transport Academy. They're all picked men, screened for emotional stability, and trained to give us the same kind of loyalty that Annapolis and West Point develop in their men.
I see. Are you a graduate, Mr. Gaines?
No, I'm too old for that. The academy wasn't set up till after the strike in 75. But it won't be long now, maybe 5 or 10 years, before the oldest engineer on the roads is a man who's been through the academy. Gaines here.
Davidson, there's another trouble report from Sacramento Sector.
Again? What is it this time?
What is it? What happened?
Emergency stop. Hello. Hello, Davidson. Phones are out. Come on. Jake! Jake!
What is it? What's the matter with the road?
Have everybody stay in the restaurant.
What's that?
Probably somebody stepped onto the next strip. Got cut to ribbons. There'll be plenty of casualties. Jake, where's your getaway hatch?
In the pantry.
Look here, aren't we going to help those people?
I've got the whole road to think of. Don't bother me. Give me a hand, Jake. The hatch is stuck. If you're coming with me, Mr. Evans, you've got to move fast. I haven't got any time to waste.
Where are we now?
Freeway on top of the inner road ceiling. That's the outer shell over us.
Are we going outside?
No, there'll be an access down manhole over here. They're spaced every 100 feet. There, by the green light. Now, this will get us down on the northbound road. Careful, it's dark. Now stand away from the door, Evans.
Yes. But this road is still rolling.
It was only the 100-mile strip that stopped. That's what I want, a phone booth. Look out, excuse me. Look out.
Hey,
Out.
hey, I'm talking to my wife. What's the idea
Don't
of
argue.
busting in here?
Out.
Yeah, but
Emergency priority, division office.
Davidson.
Gaines here, report.
Chief, where have you been? I've been calling you.
Never mind that, report.
709, consolidated tension. Report strip 20, Sacramento sector, past emergency level. Interlocks acted and cut the strip out. Cause of failure unknown. Direct communication cut to Sacramento Control Office. Evacuation of strip 20 commenced. No casualties.
There are casualties. I saw them. Put police and hospital routine A into operation. Get me Van Cleek. I want him to take over for me till I report in.
We can't reach him, Chief. Shall I cut out the rest of the road?
No. Keep those other strips rolling or we'll have a traffic jam the devil himself couldn't untangle. There are 5 million passengers on the road now. Notify the governor that I have assumed emergency authority. Arm all cadets available and await orders.
Shall I recall technicians off
No.
watch?
This isn't an engineering failure. That whole sector went out simultaneously. Somebody cut those rotors by hand. I want all available senior class cadets to report to Stockton subsector, Office 10, with pistols and tear gas.
Yes, sir. The governor wants to talk to you. He called in.
Referring to someone else. I'm busy. I'll get back to you. I'm going down under. Evans! Evans!
I can't hear you. The noise.
Put on this helmet.
What?
Helmet! Helmet!
Oh, yes.
You can't hear without an anti-noise filter. Come on.
What are we looking
A
for?
recon car. There should be one here.
Are those the rotors?
Now, the big ones are rotors. They drive the road. Little ones are rollers. They give continuous support. There's a watch gang now, jacking down a rotor.
Can they hear us?
No, the noise filter works on a 4-foot radius. I'll flash him. Now, he sees the light.
Cadet Wilson reporting, sir.
I want your recon car, emergency.
Yes, sir, right over here, sir.
Come on, Evans.
Yes.
Now, get in.
But it's so small.
You'll fit all right. You can take off your noise filter now. Hang on, she accelerates like a rocket.
Ooh, my stomach.
Relay station.
This is Gaines. Get me Davidson, senior watch officer.
Mr. Gaines, the mayor wants to talk to
I haven't got time. Get me Davidson. And leave this circuit hooked into Davidson's board until I tell you to cut it.
you. Yes, sir. Here is the senior watch officer.
Davidson.
Gaines calling. Have you found out yet what's stopping the roads?
No, sir. It's still a mystery to me.
All right. I'm on my way in a recon car. Hold everything till I get there.
Cadet Edmonds reporting, sir. 3 platoons of cadet engineers standing by with tumblebug motorcycles.
Armed?
Pistols and tear gas as ordered, sir.
Good.
Assistant Supervisor Van Cleek is calling you on Circuit 9, sir.
Van Cleek. It's about time. Cut me in.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Van. Where are you?
Sacramento office. Now listen,
Sacramento. That's good. Report.
in a pig's eye.
What?
I'm not your deputy anymore, Gaines.
What are you talking about?
Listen, don't interrupt me and you'll find out. You're through, Gaines. I've been picked as director of the Engineers Control Committee. We're taking over.
Have you gone off your rotor?
We stopped Strip 20 just to give you a taste of what we can do. We're running things now.
And you don't really think you can get away with this?
You can't start Strip 20 until I'm ready to let you. I can stop the whole road if I have to.
Van Cleek, I'll call in the Army.
How will you get 'em here if the roads aren't rolling? Now listen, Gaines. Whoever controls the roads controls the country.
And right now, that happens to be me. Now sign off, Gaines. Gotta call the White House. You behave yourself and you won't get hurt.
I don't believe it, sir.
He's got us, Edmonds. If we go in and blast him out, he may wreck the road. What's your rolling tonnage now?
53% under evening peak, sir.
How about strip 20?
Almost evacuated.
Listen in on this, Davidson.
Standing by, Chief.
I'm going down inside with these cadets. We'll work north, overcoming any resistance that we may meet. The watch technicians and maintenance crews are to follow behind us. Each rotor, as they come to it, is to be cut out from under Sacramento's control, then hooked into the Stockton control board. Understand?
Got it.
Check.
If it works right, we can move control of Sacramento sector right out from under Vance's feet. And he can stay in his office there till he's hungry enough to be reasonable. Edmonds, get me a pistol.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gaines, there's a man here. He's badly hurt. He wants to see you.
Take care of him. I haven't got time.
He's from Sacramento sector.
What? Bring him in.
All right. Easy. Easy.
Mr. Gaines.
You're Harvey from the Mechanics Union, aren't you?
I tried to warn you. I tried to get away. He shot me 3 times.
Get a doctor. All right. Easy, Harvey. How long's this been building up?
Is it the men? It's the engineers. I told them they were crazy. Told them the road's got to roll. When I tried to get away, they...
He's bleeding from the mouth, sir.
Harvey. Harvey, can you hear me?
He's dead, Mr. Gaines.
Come on, Edmonds. We better move.
Hey, heck!
All right, you men. You saw Harvey brought in. How many of you want a chance to kill the louse that did it? Very well. You men turn in your weapons and return to quarters. We've got a job to do, to make sure the road starts rolling again. We haven't got time for infantile heroics. Anybody who hasn't got his mind on his job will be in the way. Now, here's the order. We move north, mounted on tumblebugs. We're going to try to regain control, rotor by rotor, before Sacramento sector knows we're moving. We've got to capture any watch personnel we run on before they can get word back. Surprise is vital. Use tear gas when possible. Shoot only when necessary. But get them before they can reach a phone jack. Any questions? No. Then move out. What's the score, Edmonds?
33 prisoners so far, nobody killed.
Whoops. Yes, since I rode one of these tumblebugs, I've gotten how to steer it.
Oh, sir, there's a man ahead. There at the rotor base.
He's got a phone jacked in. Hurry. If he gets word back, we're sunk.
I don't think he's seen us. I'll dismount and get him.
Quick, he sees us.
Here, you.
Look out, he's got a gun.
Oh, I got him.
Grab his gun.
Yes, sir.
You had a phone jacked in, all right. If he got through to Sacramento office, it's going to be tough.
I don't know, sir. Maybe he didn't get the call through.
Wait a minute. Listen.
The road.
Take off your noise filter. There. The road. The road is stopping. Halt your men.
Halt. Hold up there. Hold up.
There's a recon car coming up.
Relay station call from Mr. Gaines.
Give it to me.
Here you are, sir.
Gaines here.
Davidson here, Chief. Van Cleek's calling you.
Who stopped the road?
He did.
All right. Cut Van Cleek into me.
You thought I was fooling, huh, Gaines? What do you think now?
All right, Van, the road is stopped. You won this trick.
Then why don't you get smart and give up? You can't win.
You forgot something, Van. You can't lick the whole country.
Yeah? Gaines, I've got a switch button in my hand. If I push it, it'll blow 300 yards straight across the roads. And then for good measure, I'll take an axe and wreck the control station before I leave.
That's pretty drastic, Van.
Yeah, if I blow this charge in the middle of Sacramento sector, it'll get an awful lot of people. There are plenty of shopkeepers still on Strip 20, and that row of apartment houses next to the road will go.
Look, Van, you don't want to blow the road, neither do I. Suppose I come up to your headquarters and talk this over. 2 reasonable men ought to be able to make a settlement.
Is this some kind of a trick?
I'll come alone and unarmed. My men will stay here.
All right. All right, Gaines. But one wrong move, and I blow the road.
We've got to hurry, Dave. If I take too long, Van Cleek will get edgy and set off that charge.
Failure report notes?
1, strips must be cross-connected with safety interlocks, so that when one dies, the others slow down. 2, the men.
Yeah, I can't understand it. Psych tests are rigid. We've never had a failure in the Hum-Wadsworth-Burton method. And then suddenly a whole sector goes sour. How could Van Cleek get a whole crew of psych-cleared men to revolt?
It's easy, Dave. As my deputy, he was ex-officio personnel officer for the whole road. He must have been faking psych records for years and transferring maladjusted men into his sector.
I've got that personnel record, Mr. Gaines.
Man's record. Masked introvert. Inferiority rating 7. Comment. Despite a potential instability shown on Wadsworth Curve, this officer is especially adept in handling men. He's adept, all right. I haven't got time for any more, Dave.
You're not going up there to Sacramento office.
I've got to.
He'll be armed. He'll kill you.
I've got to take that chance.
But unarmed? Why don't you call him the Army? He won't dare blow the road.
Yes, he
then.
would. Look at that psych record. He's putting up a big, brave front, but he's rotten inside. He wants to be taken seriously. He wants everybody to think he's the most dangerous man in the country. And if I call the Army in, he'll try to prove it by blowing the road.
How can you stop him, Mr. Gaines? He'll have a gun. What'll you have?
What'll I have? Only a prayer. And what I know about Mr. Van Cleek.
All right, Gaines. Director Van Cleek will see you now. Gaines is here, Director Van Cleek.
Come in, Gaines. Behaving sensibly at last. You know I've got you where I want you, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
I searched him, Director. He's unarmed.
Mm-hmm. I want you to sign this now. It's a declaration of your recognition of the Engineers Control Committee. You've got 1 minute to sign it, Gaines, or I'll push this button and blow up the whole sector.
You better sign, Gaines.
You need this gorilla with the gun, Van?
Hey, you
Can't
listen...
you handle one unarmed man alone?
All right, Harry, out.
What?
Out? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now sign. What's so funny?
You are. You start a revolution because you think the engineer should control the road. Then when you've got control, the only thing you can think of to do is blow it up. Tell me, what are you so scared of?
I'm not scared.
Yeah? Sitting there sweating all over that push button you're holding? Your buddies knew how afraid you were. They'd probably throw you into the rotors.
I'm not afraid.
You're afraid of me right now. You're afraid I'll have you on the carpet. You're afraid the cadets won't salute you. You're afraid they're laughing at you behind your back.
No, I'm not. Now, you keep quiet. I've got a gun.
You're afraid of using the wrong fork at dinner. You're afraid people are looking at you, laughing at you.
I am not, you dirty, stuck-up snob. Just because you went to a high-hat school, you think you're better than anybody, you and your crummy little gold-braid cadets.
Van, you're a pathetic little shrimp.
Huh?
I understand you perfectly. You're a third-rater.
Oh.
All your life you've been afraid that someone would see through you and send you to the foot of the class.
Oh, yeah.
Throw you right out on your ear where you belong. I don't want to look at you anymore.
I'll show you. I'll put a bullet in
Put
you.
down that pop gun before you hurt yourself.
Don't you come near me. Don't you come near me or I'll shoot. I'll shoot.
Give me that.
No. Let me go.
Give that pistol. And thanks for not disappointing me, Van.
I don't understand.
I thought if I wounded your little ego, you'd forget to push that button and pull a trigger instead. I'm afraid you'll never make a good executive, Van. They have to know when to push buttons.
Davidson.
Gaines here.
Chief, are you all right? Are you?
I'm all right. Attack now and mop up. I'll hold the control room. I've got Van Cleek, and I think his little revolution is just about over.
Hear them hum, watch them run. Oh, our job is never done, for our roadways go rolling along. While you ride, while you glide, we are watching down inside, so your roadways keep rolling along.
Mr. Gaines! Mr. Gaines!
Mr. Evans, I forgot about you.
Yes, I've been waiting at the sector office. Is everything under control?
All rolling. Those are the watch engineers going under to check Sacramento's sector, inch by inch.
Remarkable organization. Remarkable.
Hourly's in, Chief. San Diego Circle Rolling, Bakersfield, Fresno, Stockton.
Stockton? Oh, no.
What's the matter, Chief?
Trouble, Mr. Gaines?
It sure is. I promised to meet my wife at Stockton for a show. She's been waiting there since 9 o'clock last night. Dave, see if you can get her for me. Try the sector office.
All right, Chief.
And Dave, see if you can calm her down.
Oh, sure, Chief. I'll tell her the roads must roll.
No, don't tell her that. I don't think she'd appreciate it. She's heard it too often. I better get going. Bye, Dave. Keep 'em rolling.
Anywhere you go, you are bound to know that your roadways go rolling along. Keep 'em rolling, that your roadways go rolling along. Keep 'em rolling, that your roadways go rolling along. Keep 'em rolling, that your roadways go rolling along. Keep 'em rolling.
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction. Your announcer, Fred Collins. X-1 was an NBC Radio Network production.
Good morning. That's my cue, baby. Well, how are we today? I have got the heater right on my toes because it's cold this morning. Or maybe I'm just cold, right? You get closer to the grave, you start getting cold, right? Holy hell, did he say that? What did he... Oh my gosh. Totally. So... let's see, yesterday I did the memory shuffle on my computers and freed up a whole bunch of space. I freed up space on my computer over here, and both hard drives are now a little organized, and the older hard drive is now free for new stuff. The only thing I haven't done yet is completely do the memory shuffle on my other laptop over here. Yeah, it's about 7 gigabytes left. I need to bring it to about 50 or 60 gigabytes at least, so that I've got room to play around. Because right now there ain't much room on that laptop there to do anything. Ain't that a bummer? Yeah. So now I actually have more stuff I can access on my my graphics computer because the external hard drive is now housing a bunch of stuff that was locked on this computer. And now I have access to a whole bunch of stuff. There it is, uploaded videos. I have in my uploaded videos, which are mostly educational films, movies, TV shows, and that kind of stuff, 153 files. These are finished movies that were actually uploaded. Educational films, mainly. You know, stuff like dating do's and don'ts, the revolutionary triumph of tape, As Boys Grow, Art in the Western World, Halloween Party, Halloween Safety, Hemp for Victory, Freedom 2000. These are a lot of these aren't recent, but yeah, most of them are pretty much what's been going on the last 8 months or so on my channel. Yeah. Well. So, daughter is university bound today. She is going to be buying her lunch because it's one of those days. So I'm just kind of making kind of a snack box to go. But I guess she said, maybe we'll just buy lunch today. Cause, hey, good morning, Joey. What's up, brother? You know, you don't always want to take a sandwich every day. It gets kind of boring. So I said, so what are you going to eat? And she's like, I don't know. I said, why don't you order something and go pick it up? She's like, I don't have time. And I was like, well, what? Wouldn't that save time? I don't know what they have on campus. I think they've only got a couple of vending machines. It's a satellite campus, so they don't have a lot of the full-blown campus amenities like the university does. Eventually, but they're really close to town, so you just drive a block or two over and you got everything. So what's going on there, Joey? What's the word? Oh, yeah. I spent a whole lot of time on my computer yesterday and didn't get much accomplished. I did the memory shuffle. I gathered up some more Native American studies for Thanksgiving week. I put together one silent film from 1910 called White Fawn's Devotion, about a white man and his Native American woman and their child. And he gets rich and decides to move back to the city. She doesn't want him to go. She kills herself. He's taken to the tribe and put on trial. And it's really old. It is actually, the title page says, a play acted by a tribe of Redskin Indians. It doesn't even give them a tribe. It just says that they're Redskins. Of course, I'm sure there's somebody watching this who can figure out what tribe they're from. Probably one of those early tribes who worked with the whites a lot. They got comfortable working with them, doing stuff, doing white man stuff. How do you explain a movie, right? We're gonna make a movie of you guys doing this thing. Well, they probably don't even understand what a play is, right? Let alone a movie. And this is just a play filmed. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The main characters, the guy looks like Wild Bill, or Buffalo Bill Cody, more like. Not to be confused with Wild Bill Heacock or Highcock, depending on where he puts it. Yeah. Yeah. So you ever have trouble with those little squirty things that squirt water onto your windshield when you're driving? You push the button and then it squirts washer fluid up onto your windshield, and then you can hit the windshield wipers, that kind of thing. Well, they got clogged up on my wife's little car, so she popped them off. She popped off these little things, put it up against my forehead so you can see it. There we go. So she popped this little thing off of there. She said, I just had a little clamp on there, so I popped the clamp off and popped the hose off, and then she soaked it. I said, well, why don't you soak it in vinegar, and then if that doesn't work out completely, we'll take it out and we'll blow it with the compressor. We'll put the compressor on there and blow some compressed air through and see if it works a little better. Yeah. Totally. So she wants to put those back on today. I don't know what she's got going on today. If she's got... It's usually Wednesdays. She usually goes to help a friend. And I don't know. I didn't get the word last night. So, more than likely she's taking off. She'll be taking Natalie to her commute, to her ride, to her friend, and then she'll be going from there over to help her friend. And then I will be sitting here all day trying to get something done. My list. Where's my post-it list? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Alright, so it's like 2 post-its long. I haven't done jury duty stuff. I might as well just do it. Get it over with. Here we go. Memory shuffle, I did. I looked through yearbooks for graphics for t-shirts and found some. I haven't updated my catalog. Yeah. So basically I need to get the next couple of shirt graphics together so that when the money rolls in, I can have some more shirts made. Yeah. What I'd like to do is get 2 more shirts made. What I'd like to do is just pay for it all at once and then watch the cash roll in, but we can't do that. It's getting breezy again, and when it gets breezy, the house creaks. Yeah. Well. So what's going on over there on the East Coast there? Anything exciting? Anything? Well, what happened when you guys went antiquing? Did you guys go antiquing? Did you get anything cool? I haven't had an update on antiquing. The most I can antique is on Marketplace. I search through Marketplace for something I can't buy. That's antiquing for me. Yeah. So last night I made... everybody familiar with Salisbury steak, right? You get those little cube steaks from the store, and they're a steak that's gone through a grinder to kind of perforate it and grind it up. So it looks like a piece of hamburger, but it's actually a piece of steak. You can hold it up and it's just been kind of ground, right? So every once in a while, I like to have an old school meal. So last night I made Salisbury steaks, sans the mushrooms, because we just couldn't get out to get mushrooms. But we had everything else. So it was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just do this. We usually like to get whole mushrooms. We only went to one shop and you bought a pipe. What, like a pipe bomb? You don't smoke. Is it a beer bong? Pipe. So is it like an old school pipe? Like a meerschaum pipe, a sailor's pipe, a clay pipe, a wood pipe, a Sherlock Holmes pipe? What'd you get? I got a lot of pipes. Yeah, totally pipeness, man. Pipedness. You bought a pipe. A tobacco pipe. Oh, you don't smoke tobacco, do you? No. Well, I mean, you know, if I could on occasion, I would smoke tobacco. Mainly I don't, because I'm unhealthy and I smoke enough marijuana that I don't need to smoke tobacco, but a tobacco pipe, huh? So, one of those tobacco pipes that you put into like a tobacco pipe rack, right? This is a tobacco pipe rack. This is a holder for pipes. That's exactly what it is. And this one is really cool because on the front here, around the top, it actually is labeled Monday through Sunday. So you've got a pipe for every day of the week. Isn't that cool? So it must be a cool pipe if you bought it and you don't smoke. So that would be looking like something like this. There is a tobacco pipe holder and some tobacco pipes. There we go. Isn't that cool? I collect pipes too. They're not so much tobacco pipes, but I collect them. I collect bongs too. I'm gonna collect some money out of your ass, punk. Shut up! Don't talk to me like that. Sorry, sir. This is one of my favorites. This is a meerschaum pipe, right? It is probably a generic meerschaum pipe. I don't think they make whalebone pipes anymore. So this, or ivory pipes. So this is going to be some kind of synthetic meerschaum. It's great. It's got the face of a lady on the front and a lot of hair and detail and stuff. It's a very cool pipe. Totally. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I liked. I've got another holder as well. I'd like to get one of those holders that's like got a little rectangular holder, just like this round one, right, with the little holes and then the little divots to put your bowl. And then at the end, my father had one. At the end, it's got a glass jar with a wooden top, right? And that glass jar is for tobacco, right? And that, my father had one of those. I wish I had that particular one that my father had, because that was really neat. And he used to put his pipes in the rack, and he used to put his pot in the bowl, in a little jar. Yeah, smoking paraphernalia is a big deal, and a lot of people who collect smoking paraphernalia don't even smoke, right? It's just like one of those pastimes, one of those human pastimes that's been around for not even 1,000 years, I don't think. Well, maybe it has been. It hasn't been mainstream for, that long. What did they smoke before tobacco? Or did they? What is the origin of tobacco? Why don't we just grab an encyclopedia, and we'll look at the encyclopedia and see what it has to say about tobacco. Encyclopedia Americana from the 1980s. Here we go. So T-E-T-E, T-E-T-H, T-I-C, T-I, T-I, T-O, T-O-B. Where is T-O-B? T-O. Tolstoy. Tokyo. Tobago. We need another B. Tobacco. Oof. Oof, tobacco. So, history. Let's see, can we get a date? Smoking was introduced into Spain and Portugal about 1550. Columbus noted the Indians used tobacco for smoking, chewing, and sniffing. Indians of the Caribbean region smoked tobacco. Okay. So Central America, Mexico. So it pretty much started in the Americas and then bounced around, right? The two tobacco species of economic importance, nicotiana and tobacco, and N. rustica, cultivated by American Indians before Europeans went to the New World. So it's been around here in the United States before it was the United States. Wow. So it's pretty much one of those American things, right? That's crazy. Man, I'm so unorganized. I got a pile of books and notebooks and papers. Oh, yeah. It's just crazy. You want to smoke tobacco at least once? Nah, don't do it. That's what I said, and then I was hooked for years. I was hooked on tobacco big time. I didn't smoke. I was totally against it, and then there was this girl that I had to hang out with, and while she was working, I sat there at the cafe where she worked, and I just started smoking cigarettes. Do you smoke? No, give me a cigarette, I'll smoke. And I just, because I had been smoking pot, so it was different. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But after a while, it didn't matter if I liked it or not. I was going to do it because I needed that nicotine. But I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't even suggest smoking marijuana. I wouldn't suggest smoking at all. I wouldn't suggest chewing tobacco either. There's nothing really in tobacco worth the time, right? The only thing the tobacco is just an addiction. And there's nothing, there's good stuff in marijuana, but there's so many other ways to get it besides smoking now. Then if you're gonna do marijuana, don't smoke. Just use the edibles. You get the same effect, if not better. I mean, if you wanna, go ahead, but smoking's it's overrated. don't smoke it no more. Started waking up on the floor. Yeah, and with an E and minus a D, and it's spelled wrong. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Addiction's all in the mind. It's just all in the mind. It's just totally a figment of your mind, you know? Yeah. No, for me, I enjoy smoking. I have been smoking since I was 15 full-time, marijuana. I started smoking cigarettes full-time at about 16. Never thought I would, was always against it, would always bag on my friends for doing it, and then all of a sudden I'm the guy smoking cigarettes. And then what I did is I gave it up off and on, off and on, off and on. Throughout the 30 years that I smoked, I gave it up so many times. There were a lot of times when I was a non-smoking smoker, where I could take it or leave it. You know, most of the time I left it. I didn't smoke. Every once in a while I'd, be with somebody and I'd be having a drink or something and I'd be like, oh, fuck, give me a cigarette. And then I'd have a cigarette at the bar, and then that was it. And I wouldn't have another cigarette for months, maybe a year. And then there were times when I was like a full-time smoker, but full-time smoking for me with cigarettes was sometimes 4 or 5 cigarettes a day, sometimes a half a pack a day. I just wasn't a real dedicated smoker. I'd take a couple of hits and put it out, and take a couple of hits and put it out. And that was about it. Yep. Totally. Honestly, if I found out I was dying tomorrow, I'd probably smoke a cigarette today, right? I mean, what's the point? That's one of those bucket list EOL kit things, right? End of life kit things where you got a kit. So it's like, all right, it's the big one. It's the big one. I'm coming, Elizabeth. And then it's like, fuck it, give me a cigarette. Even a guy getting executed gets a blindfold and a cigarette, right? Give me a fucking cigarette. Yeah, but it's gonna kill you. I'm already dying here. Give me a cigarette. All right. You know what? Chop me a line of cocaine, man. What? Yeah, what? Yeah, in that box there? Look, in that box, there's some cocaine there. What? No, really. That'd be awesome. I'd love to have a little cool kit with all of the cool little things, to kind of have fun on your way out, right? I mean, because if you're going, you're going, right? It was what, Aldous Huxley, is that the guy, who asked for LSD on his deathbed and went out tripping, frying balls. I mean, come on, what a way to go, right? If you're okay with it and you're at peace with your exit, then it's okay. If you're afraid, you don't want to be doing acid at that point, because you're going to go out on a bad fucking trip, man. And once that acid takes effect, you're going to know if you're okay with it. You gonna know. So, yeah, I've got 150, about, let's just say 150 educational films now at $5 a day. 50 gave us 10 weeks, so that means 150 is going to give us 30 weeks. I've got 30 weeks of educational film programming for my channel. Now all I have to do is turn them into little videos that actually feel good to watch and to look at and to upload. Right now they're just bits of data, right? So I need to take that video file and turn it into an actual film again, a movie. Clean it up a bit, adjust the sound, adjust the picture, whatever I gotta do to make it, you know, watchable. So those are pretty easy to deal with. I can make 5 educational film movie upload things in about as many hours, right? In about 3 or 4 hours, I can usually make about a week's worth of educational films. In 3 or 4 hours, I can make about 7 a week's worth of old-time radio. In about a half a day to a day, I can make the 5 Dimension X videos. Those are a little time-consuming because there's a lot more involved in them. And if we take a look at one of these Dimension X videos, we'll see that they're just a little bit more involved. Yeah. Let me just move stuff around here real quick, and then I can give you a quick glimpse at one of my Dimension X videos. It's actually kind of fun to make these things. I mean, I have more fun now making them than I do listening to them. And listening to them used to be my whole friggin' world, right? All right, here we go. I am going to go ahead and bring this up so you can check it out. And here we go.
Adventures in time and space, told in future tense.
Dimension
Is that cool or what?
Can you predict the future? Can you tell what will happen in 100 years?
I don't know.
Or in 10?
Maybe 10.
Or in the next minute?
All right, 52
Can you look
seconds.
beyond the known dimensions of time and space?
So
into the unknown dimension.
I created
X.
that video. This is a video that I found.
Tonight we have a strange story to tell.
Look at that.
A sweet, blood-curdling little story that is really only 2 sentences long.
So this video playing on my little TV there, that is an educational film about computerized graphics. It's called Permutations. And I found it months ago and I thought, oh, I'm going to use this. And then it was Dimension X and that TV, and it all just kind of fell together perfectly. And then it fit perfect with my graphic of Dimension X. Not only that, but when these spheres start bouncing around, they bounce around perfectly with this graphic here. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love to sit and watch that TV screen. Not to mention the whole, what is that, dimensional time travel thing there. Okay, here we go. Watch this thing now.
Who are you?
I am a son.
Maybe if I close my eyes, it'll go away.
I will not go away, man.
Oh, no, I guess I am.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's some cool stuff.
What are you?
I am a son.
What's that?
A son is intelligent.
Oh, here we go. Look at that. I mean, it looks like they were actually made for each other. The Dimension X graphic and the Permutations graphics floating around. Look, it's a spirograph.
You mean I'm not on Earth?
You are still on your planet.
Well, then what are you doing here?
Look at that. Isn't that fucking beautiful? And it gets better and better and better. And now I just found a whole bunch more stuff for this. What I did is I took this and I repeated it. Like it plays like 3 times because I didn't have anything else to put on there. But now I'm going to add to this and create this whole Dimension X video that's going to play. So that's one of those things that I'm gonna really enjoy fiddling with, is taking this little Dimension X video on the TV and creating a bigger, stronger version of it. Oh yeah, baby. I just love it when these things start bouncing around like that. That's so fucking cool.
We have deciphered your written and recorded records. It is not difficult to reconstruct your language, very type of auditory communication. Is there anything you want to complete your natural habitat?
Anyway, this episode is called Knock, and I believe it is available already on my channel there. So if you want to check it out, go check it out. I'll go ahead and put that away. I'm really proud of that one, and I like how I've got my little, yo-yo and a Rubik's Cube and my bong sitting there, because it's like it's my room on a spaceship, a time travel ship, right? This is my time machine, baby. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I love it. I love LA. Woohoo! We love it. Yeah, but I had to go through and create all of the elements to put onto the screenshot, so that I could fill the television with a picture, and so that I could fill the window with a picture. And then, of course, this is sans my yo-yo. There's no yo-yo there. And then that date right there is a date that was on a radio show that I heard. And that was the end of the world, September 4th, 2056. So that was just a kind of a random thought date that I chucked up there, right? Yeah, baby, squash it down. Totally. I gotta heat that up so it is super hot. Gotta remember to take off the headphones before I get up so I don't yank everything. Done that before. Oh my God, my head, my neck. I'll be back in a flash. I'm gonna warm up my coffee. Fill up the dog water bowl. Man, they go through a lot of water. I think between the 4 of them dogs, they probably go through, at least a gallon a day, a couple of gallons. She's got to drink some more. Yeah, good girl. But we give them bottled water. We give them filtered bottled water because the water table out here contains uranium, and of course radiation comes up through the earth naturally. So if you spend your life sleeping on the ground, drinking groundwater and stuff that's unpurified, then you get a lot of that, and you wind up with a lot of cancers, as a lot of dogs do. A lot of outside dogs who drink tap water and live on the ground outdoors, they get cancer. They're just riddled. Their bodies are riddled with cancer, and it's like, gee, what's wrong with my dog? I don't understand. But between that and all the processed foods and crap, we tried giving our dogs homemade food for a while, but it was too wet. Their diet was, they were healthy, but their teeth weren't, because the food was always wet. So we did both for a while, and then it just got too rough to deal with all of that. And then we tried to the fresh pet stuff, but that stuff's really processed too. So I don't know. We're just trying to do the best we can, you know. We're just trying to do the best we can. But I can't let them drink tap water out here, and I can't let them live outside on the ground. That's hot. That is good and hot and sweet and hot. But all you can do is the best you can do, you know. The dogs, if they want to go outside and lay down, they do. They could laying down, you know, for a few minutes, an hour, something isn't going to kill you. Spending your whole life out there on the ground, drinking shitty water, that's bad, you know. They don't have perfect lives, but then again, neither do I. They have the best lives we can manage. Isn't that right, big face? You want to go outside? You just want to lay down? Go to bed. Go to bed. Go lay down. Go ahead. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. You can go ahead. Go on. Come on. Bessie. Bessie. Come on in here. Come on and lay down in your bed. Get in your bed. It's your bed. Lay in it. Come on. Come on. Come on, Bessie. Bessie, Bessie face. What is it that you want? Huh? What is the sun up? It's sunrise. There's a sunrise out that window. Can we see it? No, because of that lamp's in the way. The lamp is hogging the light, yeah. It's fucking it up, man. My daughter just mentioned that My Chemical Romance is just announced a tour, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. Where are they playing? And she's like, L.A., up by the Dodge. I think she said the Dodger Stadium, or near the Dodger Stadium. I can't remember, of course. But she wants to take her, or she wants to go with her friends, a couple of girlfriends. And since they go out there a lot, her friend goes out there a lot to that area. So she knows where to get a good place to stay and all that. And I'm like, wow, that is so awesome. So I'm really excited for her and her friends to go out and do something like this. That is really bitchin', you know. I love going out with my daughter and taking her to concerts and stuff, you know. It's time that she, you know, try to adult as much as possible and do those adulting things that were really robbed from her because of the last couple of years of high school. She sat at home and did it on the computer, right? I think she made it to the last year of high school barely, right? So that they could graduate live. But, you know, it was rough. Yeah, and then she's still got online classes all the time, which is a bummer, you know, because she needs to get out there into the world. Studying psychology, you need to get out there with people. That's all there is to it, baby. I guess she's just going to lay there. I'll just let her lay there until she eyeballs me, and then I'll figure out what she wants. She's got food, she's got water. Too cold to go out. Imagine if she wants to go out, she'd be standing at the door, so. She just wants company, I guess. But, yeah, I believe that's what she said, My Chemical Romance. So that's pretty cool. Another one of her favorite bands. And it's one of those groups that her and her friends like. Because my daughter, like me, she's got a really eclectic, wide, broad-ranged musical interests. Let's just say that. She listens to a lot of different stuff. And a lot of the stuff that she listens to, like me at that age, her friends are looking at her going, what the hell are you listening to, kid? So it's kind of neat that I'm drawn to people, and people like that are drawn to me, you know, who are into listening to different music. You know, it's like, yeah, I listen to that, but I also listen to all this other shit out there, which a lot of people don't. A lot of people's musical interests are like a few bands and like one or two genre of music, and they don't really get too much into that except to just like put a bunch on and listen to it, right? I will listen to fucking anything. I mean anything. Flute and dulcimer music from the 1500s on up to fucking, you know, futuristic sci-fi shit. You name it, I'll listen to it. If it's good, I'll listen to it. I know that's a subjective term. Good. Is it good? Well, I don't know. How do you like it? But it has to be good, which means it has to have quality. It has to have intelligence and logic. It's got to have all of the elements that make storytelling colorful. I don't know. I need to drink more coffee and smoke some more Bong Hits. Starting to get philosophical here. Okay, so she's eyeballing me again. Is it the heater? Do you want the heater? Or you want to go outside? Okay, maybe she wants to go outside. Okay, it's cold. It's really cold. She's not going to be out there long. It's too cold for that. I'm sitting here wrapped around my friggin' heater. Oh yeah, you like Chemical Romance too, right? That's awesome. Yeah, she takes control of the radio and puts on Spotify and playlists and stuff when we are driving around. If we're going more than a couple of minutes down the road, if we're leaving town, she's on the music. So we listen to a lot of really, really good music that she picks out, you know. And because her musical tastes are so wide-ranged, she will put on Billy Joel and, you know, ELO and Paul Simon. You know, she'll just... Yeah. I broke the mold when I made her. She's the bee's knees. She's where it's at, man. So yeah, they just announced a tour. I'm sure they're playing in your area. You and Giuseppe, you and Jake the Snake should go check it out. That'd be cool. That'd be totally cool. Me, I just found out that Firefall is going to be here in November at a little theater in the desert. January? Did I say January? I think they're January or February they're going to be here. So I think it's January 18th. Be right here, Firefall. Google them and watch some Firefall, and then watch some Firefall live recently. They kick ass. I got a shitload of their records, tapes, 8 tracks. Yeah, Firefall is the shit. So that's one of those groups that I am going to try to see next year. They're on my bucket list. ELO was on my bucket list. Jeff Lynne was on my bucket list, and my daughter knocked that one out of the frickin' park for me. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you, Natalie. Yeah, very cool stuff. So now I'm on the hunt for Firefall. That's one of my all-time, never knew that I wanted to see them, never knew that they were my favorite band. And then I dig up a tape, and I'm like, Firefall? Breaking Dawn. I don't remember this. And I put it on, and it's like they get to a song, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's this band, right? And then all of a sudden, I dig up a half dozen records, 8 tracks, and I'm just Firefall bound. I get they're one of their new ones, and it's just great. And they're still releasing stuff. They just did a collaboration album celebrating other people's music. Really, really great stuff. So I was hoping to see them at the Coach House over the Ortega Mountain in San Juan Capistrano, right? Which is like a 2-hour drive from here. But down here in the desert, I don't have to drive more than an hour, less than an hour. So I'm excited about that. And I'm pretty sure I want to go with my wife and daughter to that one. Because that's just one of those special ones. I'd like to go maybe see Iron Maiden. But I'd like to go see that with a friend. And my friend is like in Ohio. My Iron Maiden friend is in Ohio. And there's no way I'm going to swing going there or him coming here, right? Of course, if he came here, I could totally get him a place to stay and do all the driving and everything. But there's no way I could get time off from what I do here to go out there. And by what I mean is cleaning houses. Sometimes it comes and sometimes it don't. But when it comes, you got to stay and you got to deal with it. And you never know when. So you can't always just pick up and leave for any amount of time. Unless I lay all of the burden upon one person, my wife, and that's not right. So sometimes I have no choice. Like that Vegas trip, she had to stay behind and deal with responsibilities, but it was like nothing was real important, so she was able to kind of spread it out, so she didn't have to have one horrible day, so that's cool. Yeah. Or sometimes we'll just put it off until I get back. I can't remember when it was that My Chemical Romance is supposed to be playing out here in LA. I don't know, I think she said it was January. Might have been February, but I think it might have been January too. I don't know, man. I'm like bad with that stuff. But she said she was going to get her tickets the other day. She's so cool about getting tickets. I mean, she finds out about everything ahead of time, gets on the waiting list, gets in those special lines that make it faster for her to get her stuff, and then she gets her tickets. She knows how to pick out her tickets so that she can get them cheaper and get them before they're gone, and that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. It's hard to get more than 2 seats together, right? So in groups of 3 or 4, you really got to get in there and be diligent about finding the seats and find a good spot and get the seats, and don't fiddle around because other people are in line too and they're going to gobble up those fucking seats. And we did that the first couple of concerts we went to. I was like the adult trying to figure this stuff out and just did a horrible job of it and spent way too much money on 2 tickets. And then the next year she helped out and we spent half as much on 3 tickets. And then she took over completely. Now she's getting the tickets for really good prices. She's getting really good seats. Oh, there's the dog. Shit's cold. She's ready to come in. Better heat up this coffee. So, about 10 years ago or so, when I got injured, when I had my first neck injury at work, I was working at a resort in Palm Springs. I won't mention their name because that's tasteless. They did have a show on Bravo a few years before I got there. And it used to be the Gene Autry, which it's a really nice resort. It had old buildings. I don't know what it has now, but it had an old Gene Autry house and some bungalows and his old garage where he parked his car. And he made it into a hotel so that his team, the Angels, could come out there. I believe it was the Angels, could come out there and do the farm league stuff out there. So they played a lot of baseball out there too. Well, it changed hands a bunch of times and became the Givenchy and a bunch of other things, and eventually settled on the name that it has now. But it was a stupid accident at work, lifting stuff, doing stuff wrong, and got injured. And then nobody, of course, at work wanted to recognize my injury. And I wound up going to the hospital myself on my own time, on my own dime. Went to the emergency room. Long story short, it was during a chickenpox epidemic, and I got chickenpox, and that led to shingles. So now I've got shingles. After 10 years, I've developed shingles, and I get these dry spots around my eyes and on my chest here. On my legs, various parts of my body, I'll get these really rough, dry, elephant-like spots. What's up? But yeah, it can get really itchy and red and painful. It's a bummer. Shingles suck. But I actually have pictures of me with chickenpox. I said I got smallpox, and they're like, there ain't been a case of smallpox around. And it's like, oh right, chickenpox. I get confused. But I had my wife take photos of me, because my whole body, arms and chest, and my whole body from head to toe was covered in little bumps and sores, and it was hideous. It was horrible. It was a fucking nightmare, right? To be, in my 40s and have fucking chicken pox. And now, I get these dry, itchy, flaky stuff everywhere, and it comes and it goes. But it's just one more thing that has happened since then, right? It was like that neck injury, stupidest thing in the world, neck injury, and everything from then on just kind of progressed. And it was like, okay, this year, this is your pain, this arm, shoulder pain that's coming down here, and they say it's a shoulder injury. They finally get me approved for MRI and all this other shit, and after treating me for months for a shoulder injury, they say, oh, it's your neck. You got fucked up disc and vertebrae because your neck got squashed, right? And it's like, well, there you go. That's what I've been trying to tell you, idiots. So they start treating me for that, which means throwing pills at me and sending me in for rehabilitation. And I'm injured, right? I'm completely... So all the rehabilitation they're doing for me is just making the injury worse, right? I got no disc between a couple of vertebrae. So every time I'm doing shit, it's just fucking grinding that little piece of paper in there, right? So, that dog again. Sam, come on, back to bed. Come on, back up here. Come on, back in your bed. There you go. So, you know, there I am with this pain that first year it's just horrible. It feels like somebody's just pulling my arm and just won't stop all the time, constantly. 24/7. I got this pain in my arm, but it's caused by the nerve being pinched in my neck right here, coming out, right? So it's causing this fucking pain here, right? So they're doing all kinds of shit, hooking up electrodes and zapping me to see what happens, and we're getting nowhere. And they finally, after just throwing pills and I'd stopped taking the pills. I was like, you know what, I'm done with the pills. I can't. All they do is put me to sleep and plug my body up. I can't fucking shit anymore. I can't, you know, I can't think. I'm so full of shit, right? And so I stopped taking them, and I get on medical marijuana, and I start doing that on my own. Fuck the doctors. I'm not even going to talk to them about it, right? And so I'd take their pills, and I bring them home, and I stick them in my medicine cabinet. Pretty soon I just got a medicine cabinet filled with pills, because I walk in and they just throw the pills at me. Going through all of this, I wind up in more pain after 2 years than anything. And they finally say, look, we can get you the surgery now. It's been approved, but we've spent most of the money already stringing you along. So there's not going to be any money for rehabilitation or any workman's comp for you to sit at home, right? Which means you're not going to have any money coming in, and your bills aren't going to get paid, and so it's like they say I can have the surgery, but they instantly talk me out of it, because what am I going to do if I sit and do nothing for that amount of time with no income? We're going to die. We're going to fail, and we're going to get kicked out of our house. We're going to be on the street. So I have no choice but to say, okay, let's settle. Whatever money is left, let's fucking settle, because I cannot have surgery. And then they tell me, of course, that the surgery isn't going to fix the pain. It's only going to freeze up my neck and fuse those vertebrae together, right? I won't have as much movement, and I'm still going to have my pain, right? Because they won't guarantee that the pain will go away. And I'll have to sit at home for 7 to 12 months on my own dime, waiting for this to get better. So it's like, you know what, fuck the surgery. Give me all the money, whatever's left, which was fucking pittance. So of course the best I could do was to go out and buy a 1997 Geo Metro 3-cylinder, so that I could use that to go back and forth to college up here in the high desert and earn financial aid while I rehabilitated myself and just got used to working with my pain. I just learned pain management. I didn't learn anything but pain management, how to live life in the new pain world, and that's what I learned. And so I went to college, and I did that for 2.5 years on financial aid. Didn't take any loans out. Took advantage of all of the programs that a old broken guy like me can get. So I was able to, because I was going there for me, I was able to get A's and B's, mostly A's. I just looked through some paperwork and saw my certificate of being put on the president's list and the dean's list for my second year there. So it was a really, really great experience. But I learned that I had to deal with shit my own way. And that the doctors are never really out there for you. They're out there for themselves. And then if they're an idiot to boot, well, you're just fucked if you deal with them. Right? But what also happened was every year I got another pain. And then I'd get 2 pains, and then 4 pains, and then 8 pains, and then 16, and it just kept going until it's like every minute of every single day that I am awake, and even sometimes when I'm sleeping, I am in so many different kinds of pain. You know, it's freaking hilarious. I feel like a science experiment. I do. I feel like a pincushion. A lab rat. What piece is going to be poked? And I keep telling my wife and daughter, somebody out there has a voodoo doll of me, and they're just fucking it up, right? They have got everything that you could possibly imagine jabbed in to every conceivable area of that fucking voodoo doll. That's the only explanation that I can come up with. Because I will be sitting here and then I will be like, holy fuck, where the hell did that come from? That is a new one. And I will have a pain in an area somewhere on me that I'm like, whoa. It will, sometimes I will be walking and I will have to catch myself because I will get hit like a fucking punch with some kind of weird fucking pain out of nowhere in my lower back, in my abdomen, in my chest, in my side, in my liver, my fucking kidneys. It don't matter. In my head, my ear, my eyeball. I mean, it'll be like, holy fuck. Ah, jeez. I mean, just out of nowhere. And I feel like I'm a fucking human pincushion. Somebody's got a doll out there with my face on it. And they hate me. They fucking hate me. oh, they hate me to death. I'm telling you. What would be hilarious is if they were watching and started just right here live. That would be hilarious. I could go for that. I mean, what are you going to do, right? Do another bong hit, dude. Hey, you know, I think I will. I think I will. I am going to make it so this thing here, I can pop this thing up here and put something on it. I'm going to actually make one of these. This is a PNG. I don't know what it stands for, right? Picture with negative ground. I don't know. It's the black spots. I can put stuff in there behind this picture. I can put myself in that little window porthole. I can put something else on that, one of my other cameras on that in another picture. So what I want to do is I want to create one of those where I can kind of like be here, but it looks like I'm in another place because I've got this like surrounding, the surrounding framing my screen, things on the screen, like my holiday chicken here that just cannot stand up for shit. Get up, Ace. So, yeah, I want to create some goofy stuff like that. But pain is a fun thing. I guess we've pretty much wrapped up the discussion of my pain origins. And yeah, I was just, it was a very stupid injury indeed, helping someone move something that was too heavy, and we should have been putting it on sliders and just sliding it. But, you know, tough guy, hey, just pick it up, man, just fucking pick it up. Yeah, but that's just too fucking, just pick it up, man. And then of course you pick it up and you're just, your whole fucking spine is just pushed to the limit already, and then something comes behind you and it falls right down on the top of your head and just crushes vertebrae discs. And I literally heard a popping when my arms went down like this after I got hit on the top of the head. I'm like this, and then all of a sudden I hear popping, and it was my discs flattening out. And the pain that shot down this arm sent me home. That the rest of the day was like, I had a couple hours to go, and it was like, oh, I'm done. What if I'm done? And I went home, got up the next day, horrible pain all the way down my arm. Did that for 2 days. I went, and they had this big giant door, right? These two big giant doors in the front of the building, right? And they were very important, and they were iconic. And so I spent months and months getting matching paint and getting samples and getting the samples approved and doing it all the right way, because that's how I did things. They never told me to do any of this shit. Paint the doors is what they said. what color? That color. So I had to go through the whole process of getting the correct color. And I did it the right way. And then it came to painting those fucking doors, and I got one arm dead. And I painted those fucking doors. And then said, I have to take a couple of days off and try to heal. And they said, yeah, go for it. And, not one of them came up and said, well, come on, that's a work injury. Go to our doctor. No. They were too worried about their fucking door in their resort. And it went on like this until I finally went to my doctor, my insurance, and the emergency room out here, and got taken care of. And then they had to find, oh yeah, well, we're supposed to do that. Well, like, yeah, no shit. I'm telling you guys for a week that I'm injured because of something that happened at work, and now you're coming around and saying, why didn't I? I did. I told him, and I told him, and I told him. No, not one of them came to me and said, fill this out, do this, go see this doctor, right? Not fucking one of them. It's not my job to do that shit. It's my job to come to you and say I'm injured. And it's your job from then on to deal with that. They fucked me over so fucking royally at that place. That's why I won't mention their name. But I moved on. They left me high and dry. We're family. Get out of here. We don't want to ever see you again. And don't try to sue us because we got bigger lawyers. Like, dude, all I want is, yeah, fuck you, get out of here. Dude, they were horrible. They were horrible people, Parker. They were just horrible over there. And they're still a piece of shit fucking company. Fuckers. So anyway, moving on. That was 2000, the end of 2010 is when that injury happened, I believe. And I'm still in pain. The pain is not here so much. Every once in a while it's here like it was before. Most of the pain is just in the neck, from the base of my skull to the bottom of my tailbone. And then pretty much from outward to my fingertips and my toes, right? And then on up to the top of my head. That's where my pain is at this point. It's kind of grown to everywhere, and at some point, some part of my body is gonna fuck with me, and sometimes send me to my knees when I'm walking through the fucking grocery store. Honey, I gotta sit down. What? Honey, I gotta sit down. Honey, hold me up. I didn't ask for it. Of course, probably a bad diet, nutrition, and stuff growing up, and in my early years, but in my early adult years too. I didn't start getting a good diet until I got married at like 31 or 32, right? And I started eating okay. By then the damage was done. So when I spent the next 15, 20 years working my ass off, my body just got tore up. And then the injury, 15 freaking years ago almost. Boy. And then of course a car accident a few years back where that poor little 97 Geo Metro got destroyed. Some asshole pulled right out in front of me. Fucking bastard. And then I'm in my car, destroyed, going, right? And I am just like rocked in a tremendous amounts of pain because I was already in fucking annoying pain. And I just missed the tools in the back decapitating me, right? When I hit that son of a bitch. And he goes and he parks, and I'm looking over to make sure that he stops, and he gets out way down the road, and he walks up, and the old son of a bitch, 70-something years old, gets up next to me, and he's standing there, walks up to the car with my doors open, and airbag dust is pouring out, and I'm just going, and he walks up and goes, here's my insurance and my life. Doesn't ask if I'm okay. Doesn't say one fucking word to me except, here's my papers. And I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Here's my... Yeah, I'm fucking just peachy keen. Thanks for asking, you old fucking piece of shit. How are you? Oh, I was so pissed. And of course, once again, I got screwed. Insurance companies, lawyers fucked me over. Got screwed on that one too. Made barely enough to fucking recover from all of that. Ugh. The next time they better just fucking kill me. All right. Because it ain't winning the lottery. Having a car accident ain't winning the lottery, man. It ain't. It ain't all that it's written about on commercials, you know. Larry H. Parker got me $1.2 million. Yeah, that fucking shit don't happen. No. They make that every year off of assholes like us where they give us a couple of $1,000 and say, get away, it's the best we can do for you. Otherwise, we got to spend too much time. It's not worth it. And that's what they do. We're the best lawyer in the world. Yeah, here's your little fucking shitty-ass money. You'll be lucky we ain't fucking charging you more. Which is what they told me. When I got this lawyer who said, we're going to make you a bunch of money. And at the end, they said, you'll be lucky if you don't owe us money. And I'm like, what? What, motherfuckers? You better make me some fucking money off of this. Fucking assholes. You can't just go hop around from lawyer to lawyer because then you're lawyer shopping and then they know it and then it makes you look bad. And they just fucking use you. They just fucking bullshit you and use you to make their piddly ass fucking couple $1,000s here. You know. Bastards. And what Shakespeare said about lawyers, we should do with attorneys and politicians too. Look it up. I can't say it here because it'll get me canceled, but you know what I mean. All lawyers should be, and so should the judges, politicians, and they should be. Coffee's getting cold. It's almost halfway through the show. My daughter's not taking lunch today, but I'm going to have to still put together a snack box. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Totally, man. Yeah. Fucking A. Fucking A. Shirts. People got shirts yesterday. I got photos from people wearing shirts. People posted, one person in particular, Hiram, an old buddy from back in the day, an old Lake Elsinore brother who lives in Ohio. He posted a couple of photos of him wearing both shirts. He said that he sported one of the shirts to the Loverboy REO Speedwagon concert he went to last night. That's awesome. So we're starting to generate a little bit of buzz. My brother said he got his shirts. He's going to go fishing this weekend, and he's going to catch a fish and hold up a fish wearing his Catfish Corner shirt. This is one of the shirts here. The thing I love about this shirt is not just the no-tell motel, not just the three gorillas, but the fact that I put in down at the bottom Lake Elsinore, California, real small. It's real subtle, but I'm trying to put on every shirt, I'm trying to put Lake Elsinore, California. And this is the Catfish Corner one. It's blatant right across the front. Catfish Corner, Lake Elsinore, California. This one is a little bit more subtle because this is a vintage reproduction of a shirt from back in the day. I've got some more reproductions that I'm going to do. I just went through yearbooks and found some great old school graphics that I'm going to scan and then reproduce. Oh, I can't wait. I can't frickin' wait, man. It's going to be awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Just Getting crazy now. Yeah, shirts. More people should be getting shirts today. I sent out eight packages. Yeah, I believe I did. I've sent out 8 packages of shirts to people. So they should be getting them all week long, because they're just running out ground, regular mail. The cheapest way to get them out to people, but they're getting out. The people who are kind of far away have gotten them already. The people who are closer should be getting them today. All of my local Southern California people should be, because they're going ground. When they're closer, they have to go through a bunch of different hubs to get to where they're going. When they're going further away, they go from one hub here to a long distance hub, and then it's out. And then they get to another receiving hub, and then they're sent to their shipping delivery place, and then they go out from their local post office. But when you're going locally, it bounces from hub to hub to hub to hub to hub to get there, so it can take a couple of more days sometimes. Just the way it is. That's the way I see it, and that's the way I'm going to claim that I see it. Yeah. So throughout the next week, people should be getting their shirts. And then, of course, I sent along the donation packets so that if they can earn a couple of shirts by collecting donations, right? I mean, it's a lot of donations to collect, 10 donations, but I did it, right? I collected 10 donations and got the shirts rolling. If everybody else collects 10 donations and becomes a part of this, then they're feeding this machine, right? And the more we feed this machine, the more it's going to give back to us. So I'm really excited about it. I'm just so totally excited about it. I'm getting all pumped up again. I sent my cards along in the kit so that people can contact me directly. And as much information as I could come up with trying to put this kit together in a short amount of time. There'll be a few changes to the kits, and as time goes on, I'm hoping that it just kind of generates its own speed and growth, right? Hopefully I won't have to do much more than just send out the occasional donation packet to key people, but mainly just fill orders. Just fill orders, take in donations and fill orders. And that's it. That's all I want to do. Make shirts. Make a lot of shirts, a lot of different kinds of shirts. I'm already thinking about the 2 next colors for Catfish Corner and the No-Tell Motel. All right. Yeah. Trying to figure out. I may just do this heather again, but do it in like one in a light blue, maybe a light pink and a light blue, right? Make a boy and a girl version. But something that looks good with the black and the red, because I don't want the color of the shirt to overpower the graphic, because I can't change the graphic. I may just keep this original because this is the one shirt that I know that existed, because I have a photo of this shirt before I recreated the graphic. So we might just keep this one, do 2 colors of the, because this is a special shirt. It may just go as a limited edition, 100 only, and that's it. Only the special people who get them now will be able to get them, and you'll be able to get the brown version of Catfish Corner. I think I'm going to do a sunset orange-yellow version of the Catfish Corner, and maybe a blue, because I've got a blue one, and I might do a light blue of Catfish Corner. Something in between really dark and really light, you know, something that's going to look good with that white graphic on it. But I've got a couple of more shirt designs that I'm going to be working on to get printed next, and I think with those I'm going to offer 2 colors per shirt so that we can have more shirt stock, and so that we can generate some more donations, right? Because right now we're at the feeding of the machine stage, where we need to feed this machine in order to get enough stock to generate that donation revenue, right? Because I'm working from the party backwards. I already see what's going on at the party, and I'm trying to work backwards to now to figure out what we have to do now to get to that, right? And right now it's shirts, and if I can come up with, in December, 2 more shirts at 2 colors each, by January I can come up with 4 more shirts at 2 colors each. 1 to 2 colors each, maybe 3 colors if it's a special shirt, right? And so basically the donation revenue coming in is going to take care of purchasing blank shirts and creating screens and doing large runs of shirts. Rather than 25, 50 shirts at a time, we're going to do 400 shirts at a time. To keep the costs down, you got to spend more money. So I'm hoping that with the money that we generate off of these shirts going out, we can pay for all of these shirts, period, and pay for the next batch of shirts to be made, period. Yeah. So these are exciting times, I'm telling you. So last night, of course, I made Salisbury steak, and it was to die for. I cooked the Salisbury steaks, the cube steaks, right? I browned those, salt and pepper, a little bit of oil, just a tiny bit. I just sprayed the pan, and I browned those in their own juices. Once they were browned, I added a jar of brown gravy, really nice Hunt's, I think of Heinz brown gravy, and I let it simmer for an hour. I just let it simmer in the gravy for an hour. And before I put it in, I cut a piece of fat off of one of them to get rid of it, and it was like, man, this stuff is rough, right? I'm like sawing through it. And so I simmered it for like an hour in the brown gravy, and it was like beautiful. It was just, needless to say, my wife cut it with a fork. She just grabbed it with a fork and just gave it a little bit of whoosh, and it literally just melted in your mouth. It was so tender and just fell apart. It was great. The gravy itself, after cooking in the meat, cooking in it, and the juices and everything pulling together, the gravy had become so flavorful. It was just beautiful. And I whipped up these mashed potatoes with salt, pepper, butter, milk, sour cream, and I just whipped them fuckers like I was beating the band, man. And so they were like so fluffy. I went from mashed potatoes to mashed potatoes. I mean, they were so fluffy. and then my choice, of course, was to have stewed julienne cut carrots and corn niblets together, just in the thing, and just stewed them long enough to get those carrots just a little soft, so they still had some crunch in them, just a little bit of crunch, right? Not even crunch, just a little stiffness, because I don't like them to like mashed potato mush. So I made this, and my wife peeled the potatoes, because I love to cook, but I don't like to cook alone, right? I like somebody in there with me doing a little this or that, or cold prep, or, checking stuff. So we're done, and we're sitting here, and I'm sitting here eating, and she's in there, and my daughter's got her plate, my wife's got her plate, and she's like, I'm going to text the neighbor and see if he's awake, see if he wants a plate. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I had been thinking about it earlier and just totally spaced. It's been a little while since we sent over a plate full of food, and this is a perfect plate full of food to send over. And I'm like, oh, yeah, if we're all done, just put it all on there, just there we go. Of course she didn't. But she said she loaded that plate up. And it was the biggest. Everybody's like, I'll take the smallest. So I took the smallest. My daughter took the next smallest, and my wife took the next smallest. And so he got the biggest Salisbury steak, and a lot of mashed potatoes and gravy and vegetables. And so she took that over, and he's like, that looks good. And I'm sure he enjoyed the hell out of it, because I was like, I got done in here, and I'm like, man, I got in there, and I'm like, oh, I thought you said it was all gone. And there was like a little bit of gravy and a little bit of mashed potatoes, and I'm in there with a fork grabbing the mashed potatoes and running it through the gravy and stuffing it in my face, because it was that freaking good. So much so that I want to do it again soon. It was really, really good. The key was cooking it for a long time in that friggin' gravy, that it just melted in your mouth. And I'm like, what are we going to do tonight? How are we going to top that off? I don't know. Maybe since my daughter's doing school tonight, well, if she does, damn shingles, if she does her lunch at a restaurant today, she's not going to want to eat out tonight when she gets home. So we're going to have to come up with some kind of dinner tonight. Because every once in a while when they're out late, and it's like, you know what, just get something on your way home, whatever she wants. Tonight's not going to be one of those nights. I hear dog movement. I better go see if one dog wants out. Here, stay there. Oh, I know what it is. It's my daughter getting up. She's up, and she's getting ready to go to class today. She's got classes, and she's got to be on the game, because she went to sleep early last night so she could do schoolwork at school today and use that time that she's got on campus before her first class is at like 2. She's going to be there from 9 to 2 before she's even going to class, because she commutes with her friend who's got a couple of classes stretched out throughout the day. So it's a perfect schedule for somebody who can get stuff done on campus. Take the computer, sit in the library, and just get it done. And even if they don't have a library, they've got those little study cubicles everywhere. Yeah. Little Tootsie's awake. Yeah. Totally, man. Fucking A right here, man. I'm gonna go and see if I've got something here I can put on here for a few minutes whilst I am Hi, Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti, Tutti Frutti, Tutti Frutti, Tutti Frutti. She's such a weirdo. Let's see, oh baby. Oh, baby. Womp, womp, womp. Womp, womp, womp. Wow. Oh. I renamed it Video Time Machine. That's it. That's what it is. Oh man, I've got a lot of stuff there I can still use. Sheesh Louise. And there's a bunch of movies there. And films. Man, I am so discombobulated here. Test pattern, that's cool. Let's see. Pool keys. Take it easy. I am gonna have to, hi you guys. Yeah. I don't know where the hell I've got my video time machines. Where did I store them? Where indeed? Where, oh where did I put my finished video time machines? I don't know. I don't have any idea. There goes some loud car. Yeah. I am just boned. I need to find shit on this computer and I can never find anything. I'm just bad at organization on this thing. So my idea is to take every single thing that happens on my channel, give it its own file, and then keep everything for that particular theme in that file. Educational films, all of the raw films have to go into one file. Collect them all from everywhere and put them into one file. Video time machine elements, they all go into that particular raw file. And that's, you know, they stay there until they're used, and then they go into the used file. And then from there, they get burned onto a disk or filed away in a hard drive somewhere. But, yeah, trying to keep track of this stuff right now is a little difficult because I didn't have room. So, if I didn't have room, where would I have put stuff? Other shows. No, it's not there. Yep, it's not there. Well, crapola. You'd think I'd be able to have Video time machine here. Used BTM episodes. Here we go. Episode 4. Episode 3. Episode 1. So I have 1, 2, 3. No, that's not. That's just the open for. So episode 1, episode 3, and episode 4 are here. Okay. One, 3, and 4. 2 is there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is in the Redux version. Okay, which is the only version we need. 4, 5, 6. And there is 6. That one is there. And we are on episode 7. Where's episode 7? That would be this one. But it is not there. Huh. Huh. It's not here in that file either. Let's see. What episode would that have been? Halloween? Would it have been Halloween? Would it have been 11:15? That's this week. 11:08 is the one we just looked at. Okay. So, yes, it would have been Halloween. So if we go to Halloween night, video time machine, Halloween. And Redux. Okay, so I got both versions there. So that would be episode 7, right? Yep. So that means that on the 15th is episode 9. Okay. Well, that's it. So that from here I should be able to organize all these. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I'll be back in a while. Oh my God, no way. Oh my God. No way. OMGOT. Oh my God. I'm here. I'm weird. Get used to it. I'm going to be in and out this morning. Wife and daughter are awake. They are going to be heading off soon. So I'm on father-husband mode here. So I just put together a snack box. And now I'm kind of waiting. And then I'm going to get in there and finish off the snack box. And then, yeah, they're going to be around for another 40 minutes before they take off. And then my wife will be gone all morning. And my daughter will be gone until this evening. So I'm pretty much left to my own devices today. I do need to get outside because I've got to get ready for the weather. It's where the time of the year where we could expect some kind of weather. So I got to get on that. I got to grab my coffee because I left it in the Nucerator. So I'm going to grab my coffee and I'm going to kill the microphone because I'll probably be talking to my wife here in a second. Back in a flash. Joe, are you here? Is that you saying I'm here? Are you here? Hi. I'm here. Oliver's here. He's making funny faces. Mom's here. She's over there heating up coffee. Yeah, we're all here too. Of course, it says nobody's watching, but my counter's never correct. I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. Yeah, baby. So, yeah. So then you're familiar with the sounds of the house and people making noise and kitchens. Ow. There goes that pain, see? There's always a pain that comes out of nowhere, right in the middle of my back. Like somebody just jabbed a knife into me. Ah, see? Somebody's got that voodoo doll out there. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Take that, voodoo doll. Take that, dagnabbit. Well, yeah, the house is awake. Dogs are a-moving. Come on up, Sam. He says, I got soul and I'm a dog soldier. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, thank you very much for coming. See you now and talk about you later. Yeah. I am very crazy to be here. Thank you very much. I'm in California. Hello, Samuel. Are you well, Samuel? Come on, up. There you go. I got a bowl and I'm a bowl smoker. Shut up. Damn it. That's not how it goes. No imagination, you know. No. I got this one hair that keeps wanting to curl up into my vision. It's, I don't know. It's bugging the hell out of me. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. It's taken so much out of me just to mess with that hair. I'll just have to cut it. That's what happens when you're a crazy old weird bearded guy. You got crazy old weird hair. Little crazy old weird beard. I'm the guy that wears it. Yeah, when you got bad hair, when you got a bad hair day, you can put a hat on. You can't put a hat on your face, your beard. It's just, you just gotta go with it. And I'm not one of those barbershop beard guys. I'm not one of those stand in the front of the mirror for 3 hours looking at myself beard guys. I'm a once a month trim the hair away from the portholes. That's about it, you know. Kind of like a homeless guy, a hobo. I got a hobo beard. Hobo. One more night of work. Well, if you're going to sleep, you ought to go to sleep soon, man, because it's got to be late over there. Geez, 7 o'clock here. It's got to be, what, 10 o'clock over there? You better go to sleep, man. You have to get up in like 3-4 hours, go to work all night. You have to be tough. You have to bring the crew together and say, hey, I'm here to pump you up. You guys, hear me now and talk about me later, but do it now. Don't think about it, just do it. Do what I tell you. Don't be a jackwad. Do it. Do it now. Don't make me crazy. Yeah, get in there and kill him, boss. Get him. Get him. Yeah. That's the boss, man. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, 10 a.m. See? I did math correctly. There's 10 a.m. over there right now. Over on the East Coast. the United States there. The Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah, everybody's all up and riled and moving around, doing stuff. We got a live house here. I'm just so used to doing these all summer long. I did these shows where I'd be sitting here all morning long by myself, barely get a dog to come sit with me. And now, a couple of mornings a week, it's just crazy up in here. It's just all crazy up in here. And shout. Anyways. Yeah, let me know when you go so I don't keep talking to you and be talking to dead air. But, so tobacco. Yeah, you've had tobacco before. No likey tobacco. Yeah. Whatever you get out of smoking marijuana, you can totally get from eating it now, or the equivalent. So, smoking, Only thing it does is, I mean, it gives you all of the positive effects, but it damages you so much in the process, whereas the eating of it, the consuming the gummies and stuff, minimal risk to your health, minimal risk to your physicality, right? So, yeah. Avoid smoking. Do you guys have dispensaries out there? I don't know. I don't remember if we discussed that. We probably did, because we discussed marijuana and growing and that kind of stuff. But you got dispensaries, and where at? Probably in D.C., right? Where the government is. They got all the dispensaries there. That I would believe. Oh, look, I got all three dogs next to me now. Let's get a long shot of that. Oh, the sun. We can see some movement there. There's a little movement. There you go, baby. Yo, baby, yo. Yo, baby. Yo, baby. So let's see, 8 o'clock this morning. We're going to have episode 9 of Dimension X. Some Inner Sanctum, Near Wolf, and Suspense this morning. All the way through lunch. And then at 4 o'clock today, I believe we have a silent film with some music. I added some music to it to make it a little more easy to watch. And that there educational film, I gotten so, but I'm not so. I don't know why that song came into my head today. That educational film that I uploaded for today is called The New Oregon Trail. And it's, I don't know why it's, is it a silent one? I think it might be a silent one. But it has to do with, of course, the new, not the old Oregon Trail, you know, covered wagons and that kind of shit, but the highways and byways and stuff, transportation, travel, that kind of shit, you know. All right, man, peace. Take care, brother. Have a good night. I'll see you in the mañana. You know, take it easy. Have a good night at work. Yeah, I'll give them hell. Smack them jackrods around. Good smack, smack. Totally. Now I'm alone. Now I'm alone in the kitchen. Make me toast and eggs with coffee. Coffee, 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 more coffee. Coffee and juice. Wasn't that weird? In the old movies, you'd see guys ordering, yeah, give me a piece of toast, some coffee, and some orange juice. It's like, are you kidding me? Really? That's all you're going to do is coffee, orange juice, and toast. You know what that's going to do to your gut? Yeah, it's all right. I got 3 ulcers already. Oh, well. Why bother? You know? Why not have some milk toast? That'd probably be better for you, buddy. No, I have if it's in the movies, they have to do that so that everybody's aware of purchasing these commodities in America, so that the stock market doesn't crash again. Right? Old movies were weird. You know. Everything that they ate or consumed or did in the old movies, you could totally find in the stock market, and they were trying to push it, make it look good. You know, automobiles and, you know, what is that? Soybeans and pork bellies. That's it, pork bellies. I was thinking fat back and back bacon, and no, but it's pork bellies. Pork bellies prices. Pork bellies are used in making what? Sausage, hot dogs. So there you go. Pork bellies. Pork bellies. I want to live inside of a pork belly and go. This guy's on dope, Marge.
I'm telling you, brother.
You guys talking about me?
Shut up, Harry. Talking to my brother.
Oh, crap. It's a frickin' mosca. It's a mosca in the house. It's a bleeming fly. Oh, the dog heard mosca and she said, I'm out of here. You're gonna start swatting? I'm gone. I'm gone, baby.
Don't start swatting. No, please. No. No. No.
Oh, that reminds me of the fly.
Help me. Help me. Help. Help.
Oh my gosh, that was freaky, man. When I was a kid, that used to freak me out. Vincent Price all flied out in a web.
Help me.
Oh man, that was scary. Scary as hell. Oh, there it is. There's that fly. Where's my fly killer? I need the fly killer. I have a fly killer right here. I think I killed the fly. I have killed a fly. Where is it? Where are you, fly? Where's you at, fly? Did you die, fly? Did you die, fly? Ah, crap. I don't think I killed it. Ah, shit. I think it's alive. Ah, now it's going to come back and terrorize me. He's going to come back and sit there and look at me and go, how dare you try to kill me? Now I will fuck you up, punk. Dive bomb me for an hour and a half. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Fucking flies. They've got to be the single most annoying insect in the world, right? A fly. Big, small, tiny, little itty fucking gnat. I mean, just the fly. What a nasty fucking creature, and what an annoying fucking insect. Ah, right in my fucking ear. Oh, right in my eye. It's up the nostril. God, when I was a kid, I used to hate that. Going a bunch of moscas, little tiny little gnats flying around, right? And they just get into like a cloud of those little nits and gnats and little flying insect things. Like, God, I need a bat. Please give me a bat right now. Jeez Louise, I'm gonna go dormant here. I'll be right back. I know it looks like I'm listening to music. It's just a song in my head. Just some random music, you know. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, and there it is. I knew when it came back it was going to get it. And I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Now I gotta get it. I got it, Sam. That's it. There it is. Alright. Sam had to check to make sure that I got it. And I got it. I got it. I swear, man, I got it. I'm totally getting it, man. Ah. All right, it's just about time to wrap things up in here and move back into silent mode. Totally, back in a flash. I'm sitting there watching the way my dogs interact, and the big dog, she tries really hard to be friends with Oliver, the white one, and he wants none of it. He thinks that she's a freak. She's too big. She's a mutant. The way he looks at her, he's like, "Oh, don't even, please, just get away." Oh, he's so funny. He is so funny. He'll ignore her and then go over and give the other one kisses and say, "Ugh." It's freaking hilarious. Back in a flash. As you can see, my coffee is piping hot again. So much so that I'm going to wait a minute before I drink any. It looks like I'm going to be doing around the house stuff today. The laundry room / storage is clean, so I'll probably go out there and spend a couple of hours condensing stuff down on shelves so I can put in some of this stuff that's in here. Mainly 8 tracks, audio, video equipment, musical stuff. So I'll have to condense everything down to free up a shelf to take most of the stuff that's under there on one shelf. Because most of it is, like I said, one entire box filled with unopened 8 tracks, sealed 8 tracks. And then I think I've got 6 8-track containers down there. Plus I've got another 5 up here and another one down in this cupboard here, and a drawer full of 8 tracks. 8 tracks over here. 8 tracks down there. 8 tracks over here. There's 8 tracks everywhere. It's like the Trouble with Tribbles. Oh shit, that's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, the Trouble with Tribbles is a perfect analogy for my 8-track obsession. They just keep going and going and going, and if you get one, they just multiply. It's crazy. You want to buy a rabbit? Oh shit. There you go. That's it in a nutshell right there. I'm a nut in a shell. So upon inspection this morning, it looks like I'm back, baby. I don't know what happened, but we had a little bit of technical difficulty there. And we went away. Yeah. But I think where I was at was I was talking about doing the whole educational films. We're upwards of about 200 now. Getting close to 200 films that we haven't used yet. So the more I use that stuff, the quicker I get it off the computer. Oh, there the dogs go, baby. It's dog time. And it's about time to say goodbye to the girls, so I'll be back in a flash. I'm just waiting for my daughter to come out and say she's ready to go. But this day is just about rolling. Just about rocking and rolling. Just about ready to do it. Yeah, baby. And I am just here doing crazy stuff on my computer. Because I like to do crazy stuff on my computer. So here I go doing crazy stuff. Is it crazy enough? I don't know. We're going to find out. How crazy is it going to be? Totally. Totally. It's crazy stuff. It is absolutely crazy. Totally, man. This is absolutely crazy stuff. If you have any sense in your skull, you will do it now and think about it later. Just do it. Just do it. It's crazy stuff. It's craziness. It's crazy.
Oh, hi there. I didn't realize you were there.
Just absolutely crazy and stuff, and it's just too much. It's too much to think about it now. Listen to it later. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You have absolutely no craziness about you. Boy, that car that just went by was really stinky. I could smell it through my windows. Sheesh. Abso-friggin-lutely. Totally, man. You are the craziest of them all. If you're not having any with it, I will punch you in the face. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, do it just a little bit. Stop it, I will punch you. Yeah, well, I'm not having any luck finding what I was looking for. Yeah, it sucks, yeah, man.
That just totally sucks. It sucks. It sucks socks. Yep, it's sock suckish. Huh. I don't know. Yeah. Just taking a look at t-shirts. Something I've got to do. Let's see. Love you, sweetie. Have a good day. You gotta have fun. Take care of yourself out there. Be sure you get something to eat. So big shots tonight. Now I'm all alone. I'm all alone in me house. All alone in me house. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Well, that looks like exactly the pack of shirts that I got. Yes, it is. 2 blacks, a light blue, a dark blue, a gray heather, and a red. And that one was $21.48. Hello? Hello? Where's my brain? And that would mean that, let's say 22 divided by 6 equals, so that's less than $4 a unit. I like to say the word unit. So that might be a way to go. Let's take a look at their color choices. So I can get packs of just black. And it's cheaper. The mixed black and gray. Is that what it is? Yeah, black and gray. That's cheaper. The colored ones, the mixed colors, that's a little more pricey. The white is really cheap. And I'm sure I'll have a design for white. But let's do more fruit of the loom choices. And then what about the sizes? Sizes. Size chart. Ooh, we got tall. Okay, we got tall sizes. Crew t-shirts. Alright.
So we got large, tall, extra large, tall, double X tall. We got large, tall to 5X tall, large. That's great. And then we got 5X to small. So that's a pretty good color or size choice. We select size. What do we have available? In white, we don't have everything. Let's see, what do we got for... There's shirt choices. So that's 6 shirts for about 22 bucks. On average, after tax, it's going to get us about $4 a unit. I can do the Jill Dans. Choices. Multi-pack. So, black and gray, white. They're just not really what we're looking for yet. And we need to get them in packs of 5 and 6 so that we don't like order 100 smalls or something. We can order, yeah. And that's fine too. Long sleeve, 2 long sleeves for 15. Tees. I want screen printable t-shirts. I don't want V-neck, I just want standard unisex t-shirts. Go back to the previous screen. I don't want to do that now. See, they don't have any. They got white, charcoal, dark heather, navy, royal. They're out of a lot of colors. Okay, I guess it just depends on the size. safety orange, sport gray. Sheesh, and that's it. I have a lot of color choices. What about if we do 12 at a time? We got more color choices. No, we get different color choices. I see. Okay. Carolina blue, forest green, antique Irish green, Galapagos blue, gold, Hellisonia. Let's take a look at the gold. Ooh, I like that gold. That's 12 shirts for 48 bucks, right? So that's what, $2 a shirt? Can't be. $4 a shirt. So 48 divided by 12 equals $4 a shirt. That's pretty damn good. And those are good looking shirts. And then what do we got? We got large. We got small. Medium. We saw the large. Okay, so we got all the way up to double X on these in gold. And if we look at the sizes, we have small, medium, large, and double X. That's 5 sizes. The double X is a little bit more. And the extra large is a little bit less expensive than the large. But these gold ones, what's Hellisonia? Oh. Same colors, sizes, prices. So if we're looking about 5 times 50, that's $250 for 12 times 5. God, I hate math. Yeah. So that's 60 shirts. So if I double that and do 120 shirts, half in Hellisonia and half in gold, it'd be about 500 bucks, right? But I could just have all of those shirts printed and then have those in a an extra 100 shirts in 2 different colors. At some point I'm going to have to let people know how many of what kind of shirts we have left. It's craziness. Craziness. Absolutely crazy. So the whole shirt thing here is going to be a lot of fun. Go ahead and keep that. idea of colors and sizes. All right, baby. Let us see what we see. So I think I'm going to stick with Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, and Gildan, and just stick with those three because they're good shirts. I don't want to go with cheap shirts. I want to stick to around $5 a shirt at the most, even for colored shirts. So that's great. And then we're doing, what was that last shirt we were doing? Was on average $50 divided by 12 was getting us just over $4. So we're still staying within the $5 range. So that's great. So we can stay within $5 a shirt, stay within what, $5 to $10 for the work per shirt. We're doing a pretty good. Hey, how's it going, man? How do to you too? I hope I caught your message while you're still here, because I do that and I look over at my monitor and it's like, oh my gosh, somebody left a message. So what's going on, man? What's up? I'm just sitting here bullshitting through the rest of my morning here. I usually get out of here around 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, but the wife and daughter have just left, so I'm kind of sitting here left to my own devices. So I've got t-shirts going on that we're doing donations for a family reunion thing. So I've been kind of going over my thoughts about shirts and screen printing and all of that. And while I've got some great people working for the screen printing and doing all of the work for me, I need to take a load off of our budget because we have no budget. So we brought in donations to get shirts started. I sent shirts out with more donation stuff. And I stopped by and spotted the Reel to Reel right on. That is my Radio Shack Realistic TR3000. I've got two of those actually in here behind me. If you can see them too. Those are my babies. I've actually got another one out in storage in a box. It's in its original box with the original foam and static bag and manual and all of that stuff. Yeah, I've started picking up reel-to-reels because my father left me a whole bunch of reels of his old-time radio shows and stuff. So it kind of got the bug in me. And now I've got a fucking storage room filled with reels and reel-to-reel players. And these are the ones that work. I bought them working, refurbished. The other ones that I have are I need to tear them open. Well, I have bought belts and manuals and stuff for some of them. I just haven't had the time to dig in and play with it. But yeah, I love reel-to-reels. I've been playing with those things. My brother and I have been screwing with those machines since we were little wee ones. Little wee lads. You little bastards, get out of here. I'm good to play with my reel-to-reel now because I am really real. Yeah. Fun stuff. So I just sit kind of in this room and fiddle with all of my crap, all of my old crap. It's kind of what I do. I spend my days, my nights, sitting here at this computer console, smoking my weed, drinking my coffee, creating videos and taking old content, borrowing it, and turning it into something to look at on my channel. So if you get a chance, I've uploaded. You have to go way back in my video files to find. I'll have to put them into their own file, their own playlist. But I've got some reel-to-reel stuff that my father did uploaded, and I just put a camera on the reel player and plugged it in the computer and recorded what was going on. So it's really cool to watch the reel play and listen to what's happening on that actual reel. And I've got a few of those there. I'm going to do some more because I've got some more of his old radio shows that I want to put on there for posterity. But check them out if you get a chance. Reel-to-reel stuff. It's really real. It's really real. But I was just looking at T-shirts here on the internet, because once we get this batch of shirts out there and it generates enough donations, I'm going to be pulling in some more shirts as cheap as I can, really good shirts for as cheap as I can, and I'm going to try to get them in a really big bulk so that I can cut down on the costs. And then I'm going to be taking those shirts into the screen printers and the design that I've created and say, print away. Yeah, it's really, really good, man. It's all good. So yeah, I'm kind of in shirt mode right now. Colors, designs. This one here, I don't know if you recognize it, if you're old enough to understand what the no-tell motel was and what it means and stuff. But it's got the monkey here, monkey see, monkey speak evil, right? And then it's got I put in my hometown down at the bottom. It says Lake Elsinore, California down here under the monkey's foot. So it's pretty cool. It's a kind of a vintage reproduction. And then another one that I've finished is one that says Catfish Corner on it. And that's because in our hometown of Lake Elsinore, we had a little spot that was called Catfish Corner. It wasn't on the lake. It was near the cemetery in away from town, away from the lake. And it was this little concrete pool that this guy stocked with catfish and charged people to drop their line in and then would weigh the fish and you'd pay for the fish. And that was Catfish Corner. So I created that T-shirt first because that's so memorable to a lot of people. And because we're raising money for a family reunion, it's usually just family and friends who donate, which is cool. And so I want to make those shirts mean something to those people from the hometown. So that's been a lot of fun. And I've got like a dozen designs created. I need to turn them into screen printable designs. And then I've got another 10 designs ready to work on and create. And it just keeps going and going. I went through yearbooks and pulled the ads from the back of the yearbooks, the sponsors of the old yearbooks, and I'm taking stuff from those ads and I'm going to create some graphics for T-shirts. Places that don't exist anymore. Things that are just not around anymore, which will be really, really cool. Real cool. In fact, geez, crap. I'm almost out of coffee again. And I'm completely out of creamer. So there's not even going in there and grabbing, heating up my cup here, because there's nothing to sweeten it with. I like it sweet and I like it hot, and I can't heaten it and sweeten it, so this is it. This is the last of the shaboopy. I don't do cream and sugar. I'm not a cream and sugar guy. I'm a creamer flavor kind of guy. When you've been drinking coffee for as long as I have, and boy, you can tell when you get close to me. Hence the need for dentures. But, I can't just drink cream and sugar anymore. I did that the first 10 years drinking coffee. That got old. So now I like it over creamed and sugared and, with creamer, milk, a lot of milk and creamer. Sweeten it and then thin it out a little bit with milk so it's not so in your face. I don't like it in my face. My hair is just... I think I need a hairectomy. Have it removed from my face and just moved up here like that, what's that guy, Wooly Willie? That's him. Just move it all to the top. Yeah. Totally. So if Carl is still there, where are you from, Carl? I'm in Joshua Tree, California. Beautiful Joshua Tree, California, out in the high desert. With all kinds of stray hairs trying to attack my nose here. So, you'd see me scraping my face here. It's to lay down those hairs, man, because they get wild, man. I'm a wild man. You're so crazy, man. You're so crazy. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop making fun of people. Yeah, what are you going to do, make fun of me? I'm here to pump you up and make fun of you or punch you in the face. Check him out, Marge. He's getting weird again. Leave him alone, Harry. He's just having fun. Yeah, you are crazy. Shuboobab shabooby. Shooby dooby. Manchester, England. All right. So there's. I'm always poking out with my fake British accent, so that'll just fuck with your brain there, yeah? Of course, I bounce all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm doing Welsh or English or Australian or Irish. I'm all over the fucking place. I'm going to have to try to do French next. Or some kind of Nordic, right? I'll have to figure out how to do some kind of Nordic accent, right? Because my whole life I've been watching TV, listening to radio, and making funny voices, funny faces, funny noises. You know, because I'm just a big kid. And smoking pot all the time. It don't help growing up much. But yeah, I smoked a little weed back in school when I was a kid, you know. And then, of course, like everybody, I slacked off and went and did the real world thing and, you know, slave lifestyle, working, wife, kid working, right? And then I got a neck injury and just decided to come back to it for medical reasons. And then once it went legal, it was like, fuck it. Everybody's doing it, right? If everybody jumped off a bridge, I don't know. Where does the bridge into? Is it going to be fun when I jump? Am I going to splash? Sure, I'll jump. Totally. Manchester. That always reminds me of the movie Hair, right? Manchester, England, and then across the sea. Yeah. I'm a genius, and I believe in God, 'cause I believe that God believes in Claude. That's me, that's him, that's me. Claude Huber Bukowski finds it groovy to hide in the movie. Pretend he's Fellini and Antonioni, and also his countrymen, Roman Polanski, all tied into one. For Claude Huber Bukowski. Sorry. Killing that song. Manchester, England. I switched from indica to sativa, so bear with me. I'm a little goofy. Like, what the hell does that even mean? Oh, see, the discs. The discs. Oh, yeah, baby. I got bulging discs. He's got a bulging what? His dicks is bulging. He's got bulging dicks. Oh, don't get it. Oh, there I go again. No, as close as I've gotten to England has probably been going to see Harry Styles twice. Once at the Forum and then once right here in the desert on his birthday. That is as close that I've gotten to going that far. Yeah, poppin', baby. But that was fun. I love me some Harry Styles. my daughter, who is now 20, turned me on to Harry Styles a few years ago with who? Ray Harryhausen. That's the guy. But she turned me on to Harry's House, and it was like, yeah, I like that. That's nice. I like that. That's good stuff. And she had already gone to his previous part of that tour, Love on Tour. And it was like she wanted to go again. And it was like, okay, well, I like this album. She says, well, he's going to be playing that album. It's like, okay, let's go. And boy, that was fun. So much so that when we went and saw him on his birthday, I even dressed up. I put my hair in a ponytail, wore a tracksuit, put a black and white film camera around my neck, wore yellow sunglasses, did all kinds of crazy, stupid stuff. It was fun. Went jogging up and down the aisles, stretching and doing jumping jacks. Anything to be noticed up in the aisles. It was hilarious. But you only live once, and at 56, why not fucking live, right? Yeah, I have too much fun with life now. I used to just, suffering from depression, I used to just hate it. Oh, I was miserable all the time. And now it's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just going to go with it. If I have emotion, I feel it, I let it out, man. Now, I wish I could have seen The Who. Right? That would have been cool. Yeah, bitchin' stuff, man. Oh, that's right, I'm out of coffee. Oh! Makes me so angry, man. I get so raged. I just want to pump you up. Leave him alone. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Well, at some point, I'm going to have to wrap this up and get my day rolling here. Carl from Manchester, England. I hope you come back and hang out. I'm here every morning, Monday through Friday, at 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8 a.m. 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in California. I will be here until I go in for my dental extraction, and I'm going to get all my teeth removed and get replacements. Yay! Depression, boy, it really takes its toll. And it has taken its toll on me. So I'm going to be doing that. This, of course, this whole morning thing has been my cure for depression. So it's going to kind of be a bummer to be away from this for a while. But I'm just going to double down on creating videos for a few months until I get back into the game. But I'm still around for another week or two. I do have a time machine. Sometimes I use the time machine to travel back and forth from different time periods, and I'll bring you a video time machine episode on occasion. If you go into the video time machine playlist, you can watch episodes of my video time machine. Quite often here, I am just living in the past, man. I am past man, kid video. I am the guy they call Reverse Van Winkle. I fell asleep, woke up 40 years in the past. That's it. So pretty much my time machine is this room. This is my time machine. It is filled with most of the stuff in this room, aside from the computer consoles and monitors and stuff. Most of this room is filled with the past. My encyclopedias are from the 80s. My albums, most of them are from the 80s. I've got 8 tracks. I've got so many 8 tracks. You would not believe how many 8 tracks. You like the video time machine, huh? Well, you don't have to like it, but it's what it is. I've got so many 8 tracks that I am going to do an 8-track episode when I come back in the early part of the year at the earliest, or in like the spring, early spring. I'm going to be doing a little bit different live show. I'm going to be doing this crap for the first hour, and then I'm going to segue into an actual Monday movie stuff, Tuesday television stuff, old-time radio Wednesday stuff, Flashback Friday, Throwback Thursday, and I'm actually going to have themed shows for those days. And we're going to discuss Betamax, 8-track, reel-to-reel, 4 tracks, LPs, EPs, 78s, 45s, whatever we can dig up around here in my little time machine, because that's what this room is. It's my time machine. We're going to try to bring it all out and talk about it. I've got one entire drawer just filled with 45s. Another drawer over here filled with 8-tracks. Like I said, I'm surrounded by 8-tracks everywhere. Betamax's, VHS. Did I mention 8-tracks? Oh. It's a sickness. It really is. Dwelling in the past. It's like a disease. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. But it helps me stay sane, right? My insanity is what helps me stay grounded. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, so I got jury duty coming up. I'm going to have to try to get out of it because I won't have any teeth, and I don't want to be there. I'll probably get my teeth extracted like 2 days before, so I'm going to go in there, probably put a mask on, and just stand there and go, and then write shit down and say, I ain't no good to anybody. I'm in tremendous pain, and although I won't be. I deal with pain well. Go ahead, punch me. So it'll just be a matter of discomfort. I don't want to be there, I want to be at home eating mush. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about shirts. I really am. I've got so many shirt designs to make for this reunion. And I had planned to try to make some shirts for my channel so that I could send people shirts. But this whole family reunion, family and friends gathering festival weekend thing that it's become has just overpowered my channel somehow. So I'm not even going to worry about making shirts for my channel right now. I'm just going to worry about getting shirts to people and getting donations to make more shirts to eventually get a surplus of donation money to pay for bands and a rental house and food and all of the stuff that goes along with it, renting cars to go to the airports, renting a tour vehicle and motorcycles and bicycles and boats. And I mean, I literally want everybody to come home to their hometown and do everything that they did then and more, right? I mean, it's going to be so beyond anything that anyone has ever done for a family reunion, right? 80s live music, food trucks, live food being made right there by us, a big giant Airbnb on the lake with boats and bicycles and jet skis. I'm even going to set up the possibility to go and do skydiving, because there's skydiving right there over the lake. So you can, sign up and go do a tandem skydive. Hiking, biking, fishing, boating. I'm going to have it all planned out so that as the money rolls in, it pays for more and more and more and more stuff to do. Just with a couple of dozen yeses, from people that they're definitely coming. That right there says to me at least 80 to 100 people, right? Figuring 2 to 4 people per yes. And if it gets out of control, I've got plenty of time to plan for a bigger venue, right? Go to a place with a bigger beach, rent an entire campground out for the weekend, whatever, you know. Use that live music hall in that big campground that was going to cost too much, but now it seems reasonable. Do something like that, right? So I'm excited. I am so excited, man. And I've got so many people that are really, really on board. Find me on Facebook. And you'll see what I mean. You will see what I mean, baby. I think I have Facebook information in my channel description. But let me see. I'll just go ahead and type my name in here. Abso-friggin-lutely. Absa. Uh-huh. Now am I going to be able to spell my name with these big, stupid fingers? Yeah. And then... oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's wrong. See, stupid fingers, stupid fingers. Uh-huh. There we go. There we go. Ah! Now you can find me on Facebook and see what I'm talking about. But that's that whole family and friends reunion thing has become such a huge part of my world right now. I was thinking about it once a month, and then I was like every couple of days a month I was really focusing in on it, and then it was like once a week, and now it's like every day. I've got something on my mind about it. And now it's going to get to the point where people are going to start getting shirts delivered, and they're going to start posting pictures of the shirts and links to the group reunion event page. And then, you know, they'll be saying, hit me up if you want a shirt. And then we'll start generating some more donation revenue, right? I'm just fingers crossed that this works, right? Every cent that comes in from what has gone out has to go to shirt people so that we can generate more shirts. The more shirts, the rest of the shirts that come out of this batch of 2 shirts has got to pay for the next batch of shirts. Period. So we can start seeing a surplus of donation. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to double down. I'm going to take Catfish Corner and give it 2 more colors at 60 shirts each. And then I'm going to do 2 more shirts at 2 colors each. And maybe do 100 shirts in each color, so 400 shirts, right? So that's a lot of, that's like $1,000 worth of raw shirt material, right? That's a lot of t-shirts. But if we generate enough income off of this first batch, we can take a big chunk of that, right? I think I've already chosen some colors for what we're going to do for the next shirts. Shirts. Oh, that's right, it's not there. It would be in the graphics donations. Short order form. That's it. The short order form. That's where the list of shirts is, and what colors I've decided for those shirts. Come on, load, baby. Here we go. Okay, so available now is Catfish Corner and Coyote Brown, and then No Tell Motel. This one here in Heather Gray. We're going to do, the next one is going to be Aqua Blue, and then Peddler's, that one's going to be, the next one is going to be Rust Orange Red. That, I may add to that. I may do that purple and blue for that third one, and then the orange and yellow for that next one, the orange and gold, and then that really nice light blue and light purple. Yeah, that's gonna be so friggin' cool. So I'm gonna have to save pages in a file for shirts, Amazon, eBay, that kind of stuff. Bulk shirt websites I'm gonna have to save into a file so that I know exactly what color shirts go with what color shirts, designs. Yeah. Oh, and being able to find some of the graphics for some old establishments in our hometown via yearbooks and the donation advertisements from the local businesses has really helped me to grab some more graphics. So I'm just pleased as punch about that, baby. So now I'm going to take my 10 shirt designs here and turn it into 20 shirt designs. And then multiple colors in each design is going to help. And because they're limited edition, it'll be, if we're going to do one color, it'll be 100 in that color. And if we do another color, it'll be 100 in that color. And no more in that color. That's it. Limited, you know. And then we're only going to do it a couple of times, you know. Probably 300 max per shirt design, so that we keep the limited edition stuff down, so that, you know, the shirts aren't all over the planet, only if select people have them, right? That's some good stuff right there, baby. I guess it's just about ticking time to get the heck out of here. I have got a whole bunch of stuff to do today, and because I'm alone, I really need to stay focused, or I will just get lost in the computer or a video game or a movie or something, and that's just that's not productive. On the computer it can be very productive, but I will usually just wind up getting wrapped up into something so deep that that's all I'll do the whole day. So I am going to roll some end credits and say goodbye, and we will have a wonderful evening this evening, won't we? I think we will. Please join me tomorrow for some more of this in the morning. I will be talking at you then. And as usual, everybody be kind, stay nice, Spread peace and love, not bullshit. Do something for yourself. But just as well, do something for somebody else, too. Why? Because you're not alone in this world. We're together. All right, people. Most especially out there, stay weird, because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody going to do it for you. Yep, that's it, people. I love you. Take care. I'll see you in the morning. Adios. Thanks for stopping by, people.